I saw had a pretty impressive showing at Rise and Grind, so I hope he's been on the grind, just still continuing to press to further and further heights. And Jakal too, he's been doing pretty great himself.
Yeah, one of the lowest placements he ever was in the previous New Jersey PR, and that's because players like Pharaoh are certainly popping off. When it comes down to both of these players is they can do this to each other all day. They can put on the damage, have all of these crazy combos, and set up their early game really well. It's just a matter of consistency, both in-game and across entire brackets. How well can they stay with their game plan and stay strong in both their fundamentals and playing against the opponent?
Yeah, I know Jakal's been clapping back as well. He recently got third at Hog. Shoutouts to the Hog gang as well. Losing to Light. So he's definitely been putting on a...
Not a bad loss at all.
That's not a bad loss at all.
Oh, down smash.
Oh, almost.
He was
got it in.
late.
Damn. Yeah, but Jakal keeping things pretty even up against Pharaoh. Pharaoh setting up for the ledge now, looking to potentially snipe out Jakal. There we go. Nair, keep him right back in the corner.
Yeah, he's just peppering away here. It's a lot of straight hit game, and if I'm being honest, at these higher percents, like these up airs and that Jakal and find forward air, unless you're finding a back air at this percent, you're going to be taking a lot of straight hits. You're got to be finding like one of two moves. Meanwhile, Yoshi can find a back air, an up air, a forward air. Like so many things that set up into those moves as well. As you see the up tilt starting to set up, and there is the back air. Maximum rage coming on for Pharaoh as he takes stock number one. Jakal not far behind as he hunts for these dash attacks here tonight. The up smash, shield.
Yeah, Jakal definitely feeding for that stock to get off on Pharaoh. He has the opportunity here at the ledge, but knowing Pharaoh, he's just going to take this opportunity, maybe get a reversal, and take that center stage. Now you do have a juggle situation again, but again, we're back in this little neutral where we're going to just try and find these hits. That back throw is going to do it for the side of Jakal, though, taking that stock.
Barely killed. Wolf back throw sucks.
You know the memes. Wolf back throw, rolls eyes. It's like it never kills. F tilt never enough either.
The attempted down air there from Pharaoh was so cheeky, and then you just pivot straight into the other extensions, other starters. Big damage on the part of Jakal here in order to try and get back into it. That back air pickup, not a true combo, but we are hunting for strings today. And honestly, that's something that
Damn, bro was just trying to let that F smash rip, but Pharaoh was ready to take advantage in the opportunity and just mash that stock away. But here we go, Jakal now trying to pick up the pieces now, trying to get Pharaoh in that string, just trying to slowly approach this dinosaur here, jumping in with that Nair, but Pharaoh takes the opportunity, gets a little bit of damage from the command grab, not a whole lot.
A weird hit of dash attack there in order to send in straight towards the corner. Man, Pharaoh gets an early pickup, just 30 damage though. We've seen what Jakal can do in the string game in order to try and find massive damage at low percent, but man, in combination with Yoshi's weight, the double jump armor, the air speed, it's just so hard to land a definitive blow against Pharaoh playing so cautious like he is.
Yeah, Jakal just trying to give this Yoshi the boot right now, but still doing a good job trying to take position up in this mid screen here. Yep, still not trying to able to find this stock. The Nairs are kind of just sitting out there looking for an opportunity, and this one might be coming into fruition here, but Pharaoh just managed to slip past Jakal, but hold up, gotta hold the back throw.
Back throw sucks. I'm telling you.
211, look at that.
211, it didn't kill a center stage at 200. That Pharaoh almost finding a crazy reversal there for Pharaoh as he hunts for the finisher. Another attempt at the down air semi-spike, no dice. Man, Snivy, we're just seeing Jakal work for every bit of percent, every stock opportunity. This will be some good damage initially, but the platform kind of throwing off the bread and butters that Wolf is so known for.
Yeah, he's throwing out the claws, throwing out the fangs. Pharaoh might have this on a wrap if he's able to get this stock off on the ledge. But Jakal, slipping right past this dinosaur, not letting Pharaoh have most of these sequences here. His move has been doing really good, just positioning himself, trying to just dodge around Pharaoh, not really committing to like too many crazy options, but at this ledge here, it might be doom and gloom here from that Nair.
Oh, I like the flash mix-up there, Snivy. He's just seeing Jakal get straight to ledge, up throw, looking for the back air, frame perfect, not going to find it. He needs to just reestablish this ground game. Let Yoshi try and like hunt for these back airs that you can block. Play so solid. But the egg pop-up, you see that Jakal had been wanting to fast fall in the like down and away constantly. Like shoot the gun, like pressure a little bit around platform. But if there was any sort of risk whatsoever, he was going to drift back and try and get to the floor so you have access to shield and more reliably counterplay Yoshi's grounded options and force Yoshi to try and like grab you. But these eggs are just so good at popping players up right where they don't want to be.
Oh,
Ready for Yoshi's frame 4 up air.
yeah, I'm starting to see what you say about like players like Pharaoh coming on the up and up on the PR, where Jakal is really having to contest Pharaoh and like be very conscious about how he kind of just throws out his options. Like you're seeing a lot of movement, him just like slipping around and everything, throwing out nairs, not really going too crazy, because Pharaoh, when he gets a combo string, he manages to get so much out of it and kind of just put you in a way where you're still in that like infinite like disadvantage.
Oh, for sure. And like, as we almost see a back air pickup on the spiking hit a wolf flash there, Snivy. But to go off what you're saying, like it's Pharaoh's highs, excuse me, have been extremely high these past couple of seasons. Like, top 16 finishes at majors, like getting top 8s at regionals, doing so well. It's just a matter of can you string those together and subtract out a lot of the more weary losses that he's had to still good players, just a little bit too many of them to always be in that top 5 consideration to break that next barrier. Meanwhile, Jakal's trying to almost regain that form that he had lost since Crown. I mean, if Hog is anything to show for it, it's definitely a great first step.
Oh,
Brutal.
damn!
Brutal.
Pharaoh with an incredible reversal there, just knocking down Jakal one stock. But that was what the reversal he needed to kind of just get that momentum maybe back in the set. You know, having that 9-3, he can definitely rack up a lot of damage. Yoshi has really good combo starters, as we could see. He tried getting an air dodge from the up tilt, but Jakal didn't want to give it up. He's not giving it up to this dinosaur. Nah! Oh, here we go. Never mind.
I just like how Pharaoh's being so conscious of the fall speed, right? Like, Wolf is a different way. You have to combo Wolf differently, and Yoshi tends to like characters that pop up with his launchers really well, and Wolf can find techs on these platforms, will fall extra fast per the nature of his being. So a lot more conscious of those initial starters from Pharaoh. Meanwhile, Jakal is just trying to stay stable, solid, extra grounded play, looking for the run-up jab, but man, when Pharaoh, you were saying earlier, when Pharaoh finds that hit, he's out for blood.
Oh yeah, Pharaoh's still just trying to swim around the waters right now. But Jakal, yep, dash attack, not going to be able to do it. With the 174 still hanging on for dear life. But going to give you the old boot with the up tilt.
Hey, those boots are steel-toed. Like, he's ready to kick you out into next week, trying to find the falling Pharaoh. This is no jump. The high recovery, though, from Jakal to make it straight back and to convert that into something huge.
Damn, 61% off of that air dodge as well. That's so good for Jakal right now. Able to keep that center screen as well with F tilt. Still just trying to keep Pharaoh at bay here. Pharaoh now has to look for an opportunity to engage in these interactions, just being down a stock here.
And Yoshi's lack of linear projectile, like he's just constantly getting checked by these lasers, forced to jump prematurely, forced to move prematurely. But when you have this, hello, that reflect almost set up into an up air. That would have been sick.
Yeah. But Jakal, you know, still hanging on here. Pharaoh wasn't able to capitalize too much off of that. The back air trying to hang around for the nair. Jakal was able to slip past with the wolf flash. But still, we are kind of just in last hit for Pharaoh here. Oh.
Okay. It's that quickness of thought from Pharaoh. It's the, drop from Halo back air. But, to commend Pharaoh in that final moment, he did drop down, he'd run up trying to find jab into down smash, which is a true combo, but immediately messed it up. Got jab 2, did a weird turnaround, and just all right, I missed this one thing. Sometimes in a scrappy affair, you got to have gold for brain. It was all right, I missed my initial combo, I missed my follow-up. Well, time to look for the next follow-up. You see the turnaround with the up tilt, catching the jump in order to find the finisher. But it is 1-1 here. Jakal did pick up that game with a immediate back air to close out the stock. And honestly, Snivy, we have not been seeing those type of finishers from Jakal very much. So it's good to see that come out early and land consistently in that game number 2.
And still hanging on to that shield, not giving up the shield poke to Pharaoh. Now up with that 53% here. Doing a good job, but oops! The Dino Tail caught you slacking a little bit. Gonna get a little bit of damage off of this. Pharaoh just out to kill right now on Jakal. Oops! That forward air was sinking deep for that.
You play the risks you play high risk with those games. You go for the forward air and you lose any sort of ledge trap. You lose that position and end up eating almost 30 damage because of it. Jakal able to get right back to what he was doing best, but another jump read coming out from Pharaoh and then following up on the platform. That up air barely not taking the stock.
Yep, Pharaoh making this game 3 kind of look like that game 1 where the percents were pretty even here, but Jakal does have 2 games of knowledge at this point, and anything we know about Jakal, he's the type of player to constantly just get the down on you, have those callouts when it's ready for the time it comes, and it's just so hard to gain anything back from him. Oof! There's that up tilt.
You know, shoes on the other foot that time. Like, oh man, trying to read a spot dodge did not come, and there is Jakal taking that first stock, and it could be a very important one. We saw how good both players in the previous 2 games can snowball with a lead, and here is Jakal holding on to that early one, but a trade confirmed. Yeah, nets that up air and nets an even game for us here in game number 3.
Yeah, very nice pickup from Pharaoh there, just getting that stock from Jakal. Now Jakal's kind of just going back to this neutral interactions, which we've been having with Pharaoh. Kind of just using that movement to just dodge around Yoshi, trying to find the openings, be it, you know, forward air, up tilt. We do manage to get a straight F tilt. We're back to this laser camping, kind of just slowly building out the percentage where we can kind of just get to that combo range, you know, that good old fair bear.
Yeah, keep it nice and slow and steady. Honestly, Wolf's ability to play the horizontal so effectively has allowed Jakal to kind of streamline his game plan. What a combo. I mean, that was 45%, but it was sick.
It was pretty sick. That's the thing I love about watching Pharaoh gameplay. Pharaoh always just like knows how to pick up combos on the fly or just throw something at you that you'll just never seen before. Oh my god!
We've seen that one before. No, quite a number of times. The hold down Wolf, Fire Wolf can hit so far from below stage, and you got to be careful about those shoes.
Yeah, forgive me. It's been a minute since I've seen that one. I'm like, oh, I forgot you can do that.
It's one you pull out like once a bracket type of pull out.
Yeah, I just poked through the stage and let me just but Pharaoh is still hanging on to the stock. 146 damage is going to be climbing as Jakal just kind of just building up a wall right now. Looking so good between these nairs. There's that egg roll coming out, but not much to make of it.
Yeah, he wanted the shield break on the platform, but Jakal not having it, trying to stay mobile, rely on shield only when Pharaoh is in his threat range and trying to play that burst range kind of mix-up. Like, is it going to be dash attack? Is it going to be something else, another form of aerial, another dash attack, force Pharaoh back off stage? But the dinosaur, Snivy, is still around, and as long as this dinosaur is kicking with max rage, you have got to be very scared of the amount of confirms and setups that Pharaoh has at his disposal.
If there's anything we know about the Tri-State Yoshis, they don't go extinct. They go down kicking and they go down swinging. You see Jakal just doing a lot of just preemptive aerials, trying to cover that space where Pharaoh's going to be, but not dash attack. Going to be the stock stealer there. And Pharaoh, we already know, is going to retaliate, just trying to keep Jakal in that little vertical range, just trying to combo, maybe get a stock off the side here, but Jakal's just doing a good job of running around him. Oh!
The shield grab there was an interesting choice. Gonna be real with you, Chief.
Could you even, like, grab him? It would be cool, though.
It would be pretty sick. Imagine just like, get down here.
It's like, you could go for the follow-up? No. I'm sorry, bro.
And then going for a big risk like that, though, and we're seeing Jakal snowball here. Okay, the down air dropping, taking the stock. Jakal leans back in his chair just a little bit, trying to make sure he does not throw this game. It is that all-important game 3 here, Snipe. Winner moving on to best of 5 territory and winners finals.
Yeah, I like that jab, not going for anything too crazy, just a swiping at this dinosaur. Yep, there we go. We're looking for that spot dodge, looking for a roll perhaps. Jakal knows exactly what Pharaoh wants to just throw out at him at the moment. But here we go. Yep, a little scared at the ledge with the neutral get up shield. Still keeping this dinosaur at bay. Are we going to see a back air for the ender? He's going for it, but oops! There's the boots with the fur.
And whole club looking at her as we see Jakal drop that stock, or take that stock, forcing Pharaoh to try and get onto different axes, because we saw those grabs and those jabs, as you mentioned a little earlier. And sometimes all you need is a good jab. I think Wolf's is frame 4, so it's like respect.
That's pretty damn good. It's pretty damn good.
Pretty respectable, and not to mention the claws, the purple swipe, so a little bit of a disjoint as well on top of Yoshi's rather generous nose hurt box. So as long as you're keeping things strictly horizontal, then you can start formulating a game plan around that strong foundation. Like, all right, I'm going to consistently poke with lasers, with jabs, with forward tilts, get Pharaoh jumping, and then anti-air or air-to-air with something like an up-air, something like a fair, and you can play the slow game. And if you're Wolf and you're trying to find an aerial that kills, back air.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good one.
No, like one of the best backers in the game, pretty much, and that hits so huge. But like you were saying before, Jakal was just doing a really good job. He wasn't able to truly get like a lot of these explosive sequences that we know Wolf is capable of a lot of the time. So he really just opted to just nickel and dime and kind of just get the straight hits with like the jabs, the forward airs, using the gun in tandem with that, because he wasn't really able to get it. But then once he built up to like those mid percentages, that's where he was able to make some crazy things happen.
Oh yeah, switching between tempos and switching between game plans so seamlessly. And for characters and players that have a lot going for them, but do play want to play in their element first and foremost, like Yoshi wants to be very aerial based, like generally what Yoshi's trying to do in most cases, you can plan around that as a player extremely effectively. And honestly, Jakal has been one of the best players in Tri-State as of late, just having a strong game plan. But we've got to go to the other side of winter semis.
That's right.
And oh baby, we're going to hear that Diddy Kong one more time, because it's Hayes and Rivers coming up from the other side of winter semis.
No, we got a Diddy Ditto?
A Diddy Ditto.
I feel like I've never seen that before. I'm not going to lie. I don't think I've ever seen that before in this game.
Diddy Ditto. How many Diddy Kongs are played? There's a lot of Diddy Kongs, but they rarely get bracketed into each other.
It was Hayes and
because I've seen
Pecco, right?
Hayes,
I think they definitely
Pecco,
Ditto.
On a major level, I've seen Tweak Zenodo has happened. Rivers against Pecco, Rivers against Tweak. Like there's a lot of Diddy Kongs around, just because of how he perfectly fits in this place where, with the exception of like exactly Steve, like most of the time the characters that Diddy ends up being poor against are just the oddballs.
Yeah, like Duck Hunt.
Like the Duck Hunt dog.
Like, why would you think that Diddy Kong just loses to Duck Hunt dog?
It's just a lot of stuff going on the screen, a lot of stuff covering the horizontal space, like the burst range where you want to control with banana. Duck Hunt just puts down a gunman and says like, all right, fire at will.
They play pigeons, the gun's firing, I got the player in the back. I got the whole team supporting me, but nope, you just got yourself and that banana, It's kind of deserved.
But in the comparison of probably many of the characters we've seen on stream today, like the Palutinas, the I guess Belmont, like Diddy Kong. Well, maybe not against Belmont, but Diddy Kong largely favors well against the popular cast and the popular amount of characters. So it's reasonable to see a lot of them. Unfortunately, we do have to find Rivers.
Rivers, where you at?
Where did he go?
Oh, hey James. Rivers, you're here.
We found Carmen Sandiego. Don't worry.
All right, perfect. There
he is.
There he is. There he is.
Let's take a look at bracket. All right, Mateo making a run. To keep you up on loser's side, Squid, as mentioned in the